Quilter's Attic Sewing Center in Pine Bush, New York. Today I'm here just to show you a few of the things I really like about the icon line for the Pfaffs, the Creative Icon, the Creative Icon 2, and the Performance Icon. Three of the accessories that I find super helpful when I am sewing. One of my favorite accessories is the extension table. It is the most common accessory that people have, but it is still one of the best. This one's a little nicer than some previous models because of how it works. It stores flat, and if you look in the back, there is a leg that comes out, and it does have adjustable legs if your table is not perfectly level. So I will show you how to slide this on in just a moment, but it's really nice, and it has the curve that we're used to with the front of the machines, how it has a bit of a curve to it. So it's super nice to work with when you are piecing. Another accessory I really like is the Magnifying Lens Set. This is a little newer to the Pfaff line, so maybe not everybody knows about it, but super duper nice. And again, I will show you how to use this, but this little attachment sticks right up into the side of your machine, and there's different magnification lenses that you can put on. So that means you can stick it up there, adjust it how you need, and you can do a blanket stitch. You can see every single stitch as you're appliquing. If you're trying to do a stitch in the ditch, it just gives you a little bit better visibility. So another really great accessory that you might need for your Pfaff. And again, these work with the icon lines, Creative Icon, Creative Icon 2, and Performance Icon. And the final accessory I really like is the multi-function foot control. I waited a long time for Pfaff to come out with it, and they did, and it's really, really nice. So another thing I'm going to show you today. When you open up the box, there is a single sheet of instructions, and truly that is all you need. It is so simple to hook up. And in here, it has a cable that plugs into the foot control as well as into your machine. And you have the multi-function foot control. So you can set it up to do a number of different things. Of course, the regular pushing on the back of the pedal is for sewing. You can set the back to put the machine in reverse or tie-off mode, whatever you'd like. The sides, you can have cut your thread, put the needle down, bring the needle up, bring the foot pedal up, and both sides can be set for something different. So what I find super nice is when you plug it in, it asks you what you want to do with it, and you personally customize it to what you want. So let's clear off all this stuff and let's see what it can do. I'm going to get my foot control ready to plug in. This is a USB cable. Pretty standard in our world these days. The USB cable has the square end and the rectangular end. So you'll notice two different ends. One will plug into the machine, one will plug into the back of the foot pedal. You will know which one goes there based on the shape. So I'm going to plug the square end into the back of my foot pedal. And I'm going to plug the rectangular end into my sewing machine. As you saw, as I plugged this in, a pop-up came up on the screen, and that's asking how I want to set my different options. So I am going to look at here. It's asking for the left side, what I would like it to do, and it comes up with the different options. I have no function, which means it won't do anything. I have stitch restart, foot up or extra lift, reverse, cut, or fix. I like my left side to be the lift. That just brings the needle up higher if I need it, or if I'm getting ready to sew something extra thick, I can hit it again. It will lift way up. It will drop the feed dogs. I can put in my fleece or something extra thick. If I've got a lot of layers on a tote bag with handles, stick it in, then lower my foot, and I make sure I have room for everything. So I like my left control to be the presser foot lift, extra lift. So I will select that. The bottom, I like that to put the machine in reverse. When I tap the bottom of the foot pedal, it triggers the machine to go into reverse. And then as I'm sewing, I'm going backwards. So I'm going to select reverse. And then on my right function, I like that to cut. I am right-handed. I find it easier to swing my foot to the right side as I want to cut. And I cut so frequently that I have my foot swinging right like this to the cut. So now that I have all three settings set up, I am just going to touch OK, and it's going to remember the settings that I selected. Now my machine is back to a regular screen. I can sew a straight line. I can put in all different stitches. I can do whatever I need to do, and I can use my multifunction foot control. So let's do that now. I am going to sew a straight stitch just to show you the different functions. Right now I'm showing you what's happening at the needle area, the presser foot area, and then I'll do it all over again and I'll show you what I'm doing with my foot so you can see both what's happening at the end result and what I'm doing to get there. So first, before I start, I see my needle's not threaded. This machine has an amazing needle threader. You might see I have my thread caught over here in the threading guide. I'm going to push the button, and just like that, my needle's threaded. So that's an amazing feature on this machine. Another thing that's really nice is I am going to sew right now. And as soon as I begin to sew, my machine gave me a message. Don't know if you heard that beep, but it's saying your IDT is not in the recommended spot. And that means that I need to lower my IDT, my dual feeding system. If you're not familiar with what IDT is, that is a dual feeding system. All machines have bottom feed dogs. This one has a top feed dog as well, and it replaces your walking foot. Now I'm going to sew like always, and it sews in forward motion. That's just my normal stepping on the presser foot as always. I am going to now tap the back of my presser foot. It put it in reverse, and you'll see now as I'm sewing, it is sewing backwards. Gonna tap the back of it again, and now I'm back in sewing forward motion. If I want the foot to come up, I just tapped to the left, and now the foot comes up. But it hasn't cut yet, so that seems a little silly to me, but maybe I do want that sometimes. I am usually going to use that lift feature when I have the needle down, and I might want it to come up more than this. So that lift feature is not a feature I use a real lot, because on my icon, it lifts a little bit. It senses how thick the fabric is and it lifts a little bit. Now, when I'm done and I'm finished sewing, I don't want to go in reverse. I've done everything I need. I'm going to tap my foot to the right because that's what I set up for my cutter. It just made a bit of a noise. It cut, and I can pull my fabric away. So again, I have regular sewing. Tap on the back. I have reverse sewing. Tap on the left. It will raise the foot should I need it to. And tap on the right, and you'll see it is cutting and lifting the presser foot. So again, those are the 4 functions I have set it up for. I'm now going to place the camera on my foot and the foot control so you can see what's happening as I do that. Now, you can see my entire foot is on the foot pedal, and as I'm pushing with the front of my foot, the toe area, my machine is going forwards. If I tap the back with my heel, it put the machine in reverse, and now as I'm sewing, my machine is going backwards. If I take it out of reverse, I tap with my heel, and now my machine's going forward again. So that takes all of 5 minutes to get yourself situated, get that figured out, and get the feel of it. But then again, if I hit my foot to the left, my presser foot came up. If I hit my foot to the right, it cuts and it lifts for me. And it is as simple as that. So again, forward sewing, tap the back. Now I'm reverse sewing, tap the back again. I'm forward sewing. And these machines are smart in the fact that there is a light on the front of the machine to tell you if you are in reverse or forward sewing. So again, now I'm forward sewing. I want to lift my foot for whatever reason. I'm going to tap to the left. I can do what I need to do and then start sewing again. When I'm finished, I'm going to tap my foot to the right, and it is going to cut. So that is the multifunction foot control, one of my favorite accessories on the Pfaff Icon line. I love this foot control. The next accessory I want to show you is the Magnifying Lens Set. This again works on all the Icon line Pfaffs. It has a very small little attachment that sticks up right into the machine in the area of the needle threader, and 3 different magnifying lenses that pop in. So works really well. You can have magnification 1, 2, or 3. I'll show you how easy it is to attach these right now. Looking at the front of the machine, right over here, we have right under the letter P for Pfaff, we have an opening that we can slide the magnifier in. The 3 different lenses pull out. This can stay up in your machine, but we're just going to slide the lens in. And right in that P area, we're going to push this up, and you can see it's on right now. We can adjust it how we need so we can see, and it swings out of the way if there's any reason you don't want it. But we're going to place that there. And then as we sew, you're going to see how nice it is to see the magnification. First off, I apologize for the camera being right in front of my face, but in order for you to see how well the magnifier works, the camera needs to be right where my eyes are going to be looking. So we've got the camera right here so you can see. I have the magnifier swung off to the side right now. So if you look at the presser foot right now and watch as I swing the magnifier around, how much bigger that gets. The magnifiers have 3 different levels. This is the middle one, which is 1.5 times the actual size. So as I sew right now, you can see that foot in so much better visibility. I'm going to choose a different stitch. And you'll see that as the machine goes forward and backward, you really can see every single place that needle is dropping. If I'm following a line for stitch and stitch quilting, I can see really well. If I am doing applique and I'm trying to satin stitch over the edge of something, I can see really well. If I am just straight line piecing and my eyes aren't as good as they once were, I can still see really well. Works really well. We have people that wear glasses that find this helpful as well, just a little extra magnification. So this really is a great feature. And you can see I just did a little honeycomb stitch right there. But again, this is the medium magnifier. I'm going to swing this off to the side so you can see what it looks like without a magnifier. And now with. I'm going to swing this to the side, pull it off, and replace it with the number 3 magnifying glass. Now that I've put the 3 magnifying glass on, the number 3, and I swing it around, that foot is even bigger. So really, really super great invention. And again, if I don't want it for an extended period of time, I can easily pull this right down. But if I'm just going to take it away because I'm fiddling, I'm using my hands, I'm doing something, it's over here out of the way, but I haven't taken it off. But if you do want to take it off, it just swings around. You put your thumb on that silver piece right there, pulls right down, and just like that, it is disconnected. So it's very easy to install and uninstall this item. And the final accessory I want to show you is the extension table. And remember, as I said earlier, there is a leg that folds down. This way it stores very, very thin, but it just opens up. Again, legs are adjustable. I'm going to slide it on the machine, and you'll notice in the front right here and on the inside towards the back, there's little things that are going to clip into your machine. You may have never noticed those openings in your machine before, but now that you see them, you'll know what they're for. So I'm lining the front up, lining the back up, and pushing it right on. If it doesn't appear nice and level, or if it didn't snap on just as easy as mine did, it's because your legs might be too high or too low. So you can just go under and fix those legs, get them to adjust. But now you have a nice large work surface. It has the same curvature as the accessory tray that we pulled off the machine to put this on. So now you have a nice big work surface. So these are my 3 most favorite accessories in the Pfaff Icon line: the extension table, the magnifying lens set, and my all-time favorite is the multifunction foot control. So all these are available at our shop if you would like them. Just give us a call, stop in Quilter's Attic Sewing Center in Pine Bush, New York. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed and you learned a little bit, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have some other videos out there that we hope you enjoy. And thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.